I started on Wall Street in the late 80s as a journalism major who thought I would go to Wall Street to learn something about something so that I could write about something. And so I became an investment banking analyst at Salomon Brothers in the late 1980s, and I would say I hated every single minute of it. I always ended up at the bottom of the team, doing the work no one else wanted to do, and then all the men, it was all men, would take credit for it, and I would be left sort of doing all the work. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and at 29 years and 11 months, kaboom, I had a lightning strike that I wanted to be an equity research analyst. As a research analyst, analyzes companies, analyzes the stocks of companies, and recommends whether to buy or sell them to investors everywhere. So it was a lot of personal responsibility. If I was wrong, I was wrong. And if I was right, it was me who was right, not everybody taking credit for it. And so I found as a young mother that being a research analyst, though it doesn't sound sexy, was a great way to meld my love of the analytics and Wall Street with having a family. Because as I always say, there was nobody, no client who ever looked at one of my pieces of research and said, I refuse this piece of research because she wrote it on a Sunday night instead of on a Thursday afternoon, or she didn't write it in the office, she wrote it at home. I spent a lot of time after the financial crisis in the United States thinking about the causes of the financial crisis. I didn't see evil people. These were my friends. What I saw was everyone who thought the same way. If it was groupthink, what can break groupthink? And the answer is diversity. Diversity of thought, opinion, background, perspective, personality, disposition, gender. And so I thought, you know, what I did not see on Wall Street was a lot of women. And so I really dedicated myself to helping women advance in business. How about you track the gender pay gap at your company? You share it with your board. How about you share it with your employee base, right? What can we think to do that's different, that shakes things up? Because doing what we're doing is going to lead to the same result, which is not a lot. Today, with social media, with technology, with the exchange of information, we can know much more. I have a mutual fund that invests in the top-rated companies for advancing women, so you can see who they are. We've done the work. There's a company that tells you what companies you buy from, what their gender makeup is, so you can buy from companies that advance your values. You know, we need, in this country, public policy. We don't have a mandated parental leave. It's outrageous and it's ridiculous, and it harms our economy over time when the women don't come back to work after their maternity leave. So the workplace, public policy, and then the one that I'm increasingly thinking about is how to get women to invest their money more. Because when you take financial control, you have strength.